Congratulations and felicitations.
Okay, here comes the first round.
Boom. And
Jeez, that was just
boom.
unnecessary. You kidding me? You can't be out of range? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. You're all of the Appian Way here with a special guest. I have the two-time Iliad Games champion Hazard on the line, and we're just diving in here. We wanted to talk about and discuss a couple of different things that have come up in this most recent tournament. Some thoughts, some considerations. Hazard's of the opinion that Corybantes are just too much. And so I felt like I just didn't have a good enough grasp of, competitive Corybantes use. So I've asked him to play me in a couple of games. As you can see here, I'm playing as Dardania. He's playing as Hector. He thinks Hector is a good pick against Dardania. And I'm really curious to see how this is going to play out. As you can see, I'm looking at, I think that's, what kind of hero you got there? Is that a Warlord? I think that's a Warlord hero. And he knows I've brought an Archer Skirmisher hero. And it looks like 1800 to 935, and we're playing at the Shimmering Wood, a very kind of even map, no real advantage to either side. So, first of all, how are you feeling after winning the tournament?
Yeah, man, nice to nice to speak with you, and nice to have me on the stream. So pretty good. The competition was really nice, and one fun fact, I actually won without losing any game.
Wow, you went undefeated. Holy cow, that's actually a pretty big deal.
Yep, hopefully that will change now.
So you're anticipating I'm about to beat you right now? Is that what you're saying?
Well, this is my first game of the day, so I might be a bit sluggish, but we will see. I think this is actually a pretty good map for Hector, and I feel confident in this build.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see how that plays out. I'm actually fairly confident in the build I've made for fighting against Hector. So let's just. I'm ready if you are. So I'm gonna hit that button.
Let's go.
Excellent. And
all right.
Yeah, there he all is. What am I looking at here? So I do see the Hector's Chosen. I do see Corybantes, 2 heavy chariots, some Trojan defenders, some swordsmen. This looks just like the army I saw you pick in the tournament, with a little bit of variation.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, let's go ahead and start marching up the dudes. I actually kind of forgot to move those guys up. I meant to do that first thing, but oh well.
2-2 part.
What'd you say?
I said now is your time to say 2-2 part.
Oh gosh, dude, don't put your chariots into scrubs. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I see you skirting those scrubs. You didn't go full chariot there. I don't understand why people love doing that so much. Oh, it's a fighter ravager fighter. Okay.
This is the fastest way for me to. Ooh, nice. This is the fastest way for me to, well, have my units move around. And now you had a chance to envelop my guys, which is nice.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
Dude, no, dudes, don't doot it. There they are. There we go.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Oh no, my mobs.
Come on, attack them from the back.
Your warriors have been routed.
Okay, I'm actually feeling pretty confident about everything that's happening so far.
Yeah, I'm not confident with your units not breaking, but
You.
Oh, we have a random joiner in the conversation. Who is this? Is this Death?
Yeah.
Perfect timing, Death. I'm actually recording right now.
Your warriors are rallying.
I was actually hoping to have you in here. So this is the owner and creator of the Total War Discord for Troy multiplayer. And
I would say you lost.
You think I've lost?
Huh?
Interesting. I'm actually still feeling pretty good about this.
Off to glory.
I do not. Where are your units?
They're coming.
I mean, if you say so, but
Thy Ares, your warriors are rallying.
And some of them are coming back.
ooh, nice charge into Hector chosen. Okay, now you're reaping some benefits, but still, you're not getting unscathed, you know.
Oh no, but I mean it's also Dardania. Part of everybody's job is to die.
Okay,
Alright.
Corybantes in melee, Corybantes in melee.
Definitely
Your
have to
chariot-
admit, I definitely forgot about the majority of my army sitting in the trees.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to press that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't actually. Yeah, I think you might have gotten me here.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I do, but okay.
Let's see here. Where's my units? Yeah, those guys aren't in good shape. Oh, they're back.
Is it the shopping
One
list?
of your units has no.
No, I brought. I don't actually believe in the shopping list so much.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap.
It's definitely looking tough. I'll admit that.
But yeah, what do you have left?
I still have my hero.
But you know, you kind of have to engage if he's the last guy standing.
And he is engaging. Like he's racked up 65 kills.
I believe that single entities. I mean, as soon as you have no other units like attacking, you will have to engage with him. You know.
And he's actively using his ammo.
Isn't it like single entities are not counted?
I mean, if he's the only entity I have left, then there's no way that rule could count against him.
All right. Let's check it.
I mean, you have to consider, like, if he's still shooting, he's still actively engaged. But no, I don't actually have anything left. It's just the hero at this stage. So yeah, you have definitely won this. But as far as that single entity attacking rule goes, granted, if it's your last unit and you're actively using your ammo, it would definitely still count.
That is understandable. All right, so I'm just waiting for all of your dudes to shatter.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised some of them are still viable. Here we go. All right, one of them just came back.
Oh,
Your hero is under attack.
Oh no, my hero. And I'm kind of hoping I can regroup
I
one
mean,
of my guys here.
I'm pretty damn confident.
Oh, as you should be. Oh no, I'm killing my own men. Stop that.
Come on, break. Ah! Shit. Wait, oh, he's on foot now. Was it on foot for the whole game?
Most of it, yes.
Interesting. Yeah, let's make sure to broke the
Come on,
second
swords, come back. Come back, swords.
unit.
This is actually turned into a little bit of a meme. Their morale is at 12.
Yeah, that I'm chasing you, so I mean, even if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done. A lot more than I'm pretty sure my my army can chew, but I'm still Still feeling good. I just don't think I can kill off all the Corybantes at this stage.
Why aren't you terrified? I used... Really strange.
The blood sacrifice?
No, I used Terrify on your swords.
I didn't see the...
Okay,
there it is.
no.
There it is. Yeah, it triggered.
Yeah, that's it.
That was strange.
Okay, let's spread. So, yeah, basically that's it.
Pretty much. I don't think I can deal with the Trojan defenders.
Nope.
Hector's Chosen really... I think their morale buffs from the recent update really helped them out a lot.
Indeed.
Let's see if I can't get some superstar shots here.
I'm not going to allow that.
Took him too long to shoot it.
Okay.
There he routes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't think I've ever lost to Hector as Dardania. That is awesome.
You also brought only one chariot, which is, in my opinion, I don't
No,
know.
I brought two. I did bring 2 chariots.
Wow. Oh yeah,
Yep.
you did. But you didn't
My biggest mistake was that I didn't activate my medium infantry sooner. That was easily my biggest mistake. The and your Corybantes, man, like absolutely racking up 450 kills. And
Are you
I
sure
only...
you can afford yourself to let them, do their bidding?
That was very surprising. I do recognize though. Also, I brought 1,800 troops, so you expect to see huge numbers on Corybantes, and I just kind of threw my rabble at them, thinking I'll just exhaust them and I'll come to them later. But again, I also didn't have the tools available to fight them later. So very impressive showing from this Hector army against the Dardanian army. And honestly, I put these two factions at opposite ends of like the tier list.
Actually,
I definitely feel that Dardania is a much stronger faction than Hector. So, but I think you have other feelings on that.
Yeah, I would say that is true, in general. But there are some niche matchups, like this map is, for example, good for Hector because you have a lot of terrain here, you see, like these cliffs and this forest, which you can use to avoid getting run by chariots or to avoid getting run by centaurs or any other units that are dependent on the terrain.
Well, even still,
also,
you thought it was a mistake for me to bring one chariot, so you still think even with all of that I should have had 2 chariots anyway.
Yeah, 2 chariots for sure. Maybe you missed centaur champions. They could cause fear and maybe do some rear attacks and try to break up my units. But other than that, yeah, maybe you needed to support your flanks a bit more. You let me kill your rebels for basically free. But at the end, I also had, a lot of hard-hitting units, and they are not going to route quickly, not even to the chariots. You remember, you got one of my Dardania's fighter, Dardania defender and Chosen outflank by the chariots. And maybe you cycle charge them once or twice, and still they didn't break up. So that's the benefit of Hector's sturdiness.
What were your thoughts on the tournament, Death?
It was kind of confusing in the end because miracles happened. Hazard won as Hector and Dardania against Dardania. It was too much.
So you agree then that you don't really feel that Hector is a very strong faction?
Yeah, I don't feel it's a strong faction, and it won.
Okay. So Hazard, defend your pick. Obviously you won.
Right.
Obviously you won with Hector twice in the tournament, but
Yeah, I think Hector, it's really about the army building, Open that slot so I can come to you, so I can show you my army build and ideas behind it. I like this hero, Ravager, because he provides you with morale, and that stacks well with trash units, so you want them to stay longer. And actually, swordsmen are probably the best low tier sword unit in the game. They have really good stats, good damage, shield, really good speed. They can also chase skirmishers, so overall really good for that price.
So you weren't using them as like a throwaway unit. You actually see value in them.
The benefit is I believe that pretty much one sword guy can defeat 2 rebel or something like that. So they're not that bad, especially when you buff them with that ability, Blood Sacrifice. You make them exponentially better, especially if you also have Dardanian defenders, which provide them courage. It's it all adds up. So you're not having a unit of 50 morale, but 58, and then flank secure, some shit like that. And when you add up that plus 20, they're basically on the level of the elite unit. So they're not going to break that soon. Also, 34 melee defense is nothing to sneeze at.
Okay.
Other integral part, Trojan defenders. I believe this unit is underpriced. They should at least cost as much as heavy Trojan spearmen because they are better in every respect. First thing, they have clubs. Clubs are the only weapon that do not have a bonus against. You have bonus against swords, axe, spears. Only clubs are without any bonus. So they're consistently going to have that 58 melee defense applied, which is, by the way, pretty high melee defense.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir on the Trojan defenders. This is my favorite heavy infantry unit in their roster. Roster.
Yep.
Sure. And their damage value is phenomenal. Now, it doesn't have a lot of armor piercing, but it's their rate of attack that brings their damage up so high. They're a really good unit, and I also like their counterpart, the Dardanian defender, in the Dardanian roster.
Indeed, I cannot agree more, and that's why I think it's important to have some hero that is going to be like supporting hero, that is going to buff your dudes. Okay. I put this guy on the chariot because I was afraid you might go with Aeneas or something like that. I would not like to duel with you. So that was the reason. One other variation is to go with Minotaur, but in this specific map, I was afraid of Minotaur plus Fighter Ravager because I would lose too much funds, which I would need for my chariots, just in case I can break the Rebel.
Yeah, I was about to ask that question. If you add we're already talking about a very expensive army. Adding a Minotaur is a big deal. You have to find 1,600 additional funds. And you would take out the chariots to put in the Minotaur?
Yeah, that would unfortunately have to be the casualty because I usually play this build slightly different. I like to go with 4 Trojan defenders, and if possible by the map geography, I like to add 2 Hector Chosen. But to do that, I pretty much have to dump the heavy Trojan chariots. So if it is like Mudland or something like that, I'm confident on it. If not, I could not dare to do that.
Okay.
As for the Hector Chosen, excellent unit, especially if you can keep them safe. You know that like how Roman plays, you have Hastati, Principes, and Triari?
Yes.
So basically the Triari, they're like the third line. They're the most elite units. You send them where the fight is, the fiercest, but you don't let them get charge, shoot, or anything for free. So you wait all units to engage, and then you send them like a sweeper,
Yes, absolutely.
Basically, that's the thing with them. Corybantes, as I said, in my opinion, the best unit in the game at the moment. Underpriced and have that amazing ability, flanking defense improved. So even if you surround them, they're not going to drop model that much. They're pretty much immune to shooting because 65 missile block chance. Also, they have about 200 HP per model, which is a lot. If they activate ability, they go to God mod. Also, they have bonus against everything. Amazing melee defense. So really, really good unit.
And also, their weight class is, at least as it seems to feel in the game, they're definitely much more of a heavy than a medium.
Yeah, I would like to share that information with you. Actually, we did the testing yesterday, Eruner and me, and they actually stopped chariots. They stopped chariots with their heavy, even though they say they're medium. I believe that's something with their mass. Not sure what is the deal, but definitely they act like heavy, and they have 46 speed, meaning they can chase pretty much anything in the game.
That might actually be a deciding factor on their cost. If they are acting like a heavy infantry unit in the game, then it would make sense that as a mythical heavy infantry, that their cost should be more expensive. I'm going to compare them real quick to Spartoi. Well, okay, so Spartoi are cheaper and are listed as heavy.
Yeah, but Spartans have 2 big differences. First, they don't have extra ability. Actually, 3 differences. Second, they can go rampage, which is always a risk. Right. And the third one, they have less armor and no shields. meaning
Yes.
they are much more susceptible to range.
To
And
ranged.
even I would say chariots if you charge them from the flank or when they're engaged. These loots, we even tested them. We did some tests like charge them from the front, from the back, from the front where they are charging, from the front where they are standing. And basically, they even managed to win the game when they were charged from the back while they were pulling away.
Okay.
Did you hear that right? They win against chariots when they were charged in the back while they were pulling away without formation.
Okay. So let's do another battle, and I'm curious to see how this is going to play. You mentioned that you really like using them in using this army with more infantry focused on Mudlands. So sure enough, let's fight on Mudlands. I'm going to play as Sparta. It's another faction that I feel really good with, and
Awesome.
and he's going to play as Hector. Okay.
I'm really glad because since we are playing in the Mudlands, you have Sparta, you will not have that much missiles, which are probably the biggest threat to this army.
Missiles, really? You think missiles are a big threat?
If I cannot wrap around against you, yeah, probably.
Well, this will be interesting to see how it plays out.
All right, ready?
No, I'm still building the army, going through my thought process. I'm gonna quickly mute so I can talk about my army building process without giving away my strategy to you. All right, so I've disconnected from the chat for a second. So yes, Sparta. Obviously, I'm bringing 3 spear runners, so I actually do have some ranged power in this army through their javelins. I'm also going to be bringing for my heavy infantry the 3 armored spearmen. These guys throw their shields on their back. They have 160 weapon damage, bonus versus large, swords, and axemen. Now, he is going to have a unit of swordsmen in there in the form of Chosen. I'm also bringing the Cyclops because boulders. I do have skirmishing power in this army, thank you. He is right, though, that I won't be able to bring a skirmish hero. I think skirmish heroes are the best heroes to bring against super small, super elite infantry armies. So I'm actually thinking I might bring Menelaus to duel his hero. Because if I can duel his hero, he won't be able to engage in melee. But I don't even think I need to go as far as to bring Menelaus. I could probably just do it with a Fighter Vanquisher. Fighter Vanquisher or Defender Protector. Yeah, let's go Defender Protector. That was... I felt this Defender hero was picked a lot in the tournament, and it did really well. And I think so long as you can use your Fortify before you activate your Divine Challenge, you can really hammer that enemy hero. So my heavy infantry is done. I still have room for medium and light infantry. I'm not bringing chariots because mud. I'm not bringing Spartoi. I really don't like them. He says he's afraid of ranged attacks, but he's not afraid of the ranged attacks coming from Sparta. Well, I mean, clearly he hasn't seen enough Achaean slingers. I may bring some, but I don't think he's going to be foolish enough to worry about them. What I am going to bring, though, I could bring for some Laconian hillmen, and then Laconian swordsmen. 550 left over. I could do... Hold on, that's 2400 plus... Ooh, this might be really close. Hold on. Yeah, I could bring in another Laconian hillman, and it's a perfect spend. Now, just thinking about everybody's jobs. My Laconian swordsmen are a match for his swordsmen. But I actually don't have enough heavy infantry to deal with all of his heavy infantry. I might be able to flank around with Laconian hillmen. I definitely am going to flank around with my spear runners. I've got an answer to his hero, but his hero isn't really that big of a threat as so much as the rest of his heavy infantry. So we're talking about four Trojan defenders, 2 Corybantes. Man, I think I am stuck. I definitely think I could be in trouble if I don't really damage his forces. Interesting. This is going to be a big challenge. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and start up. I don't know that Sparta has the tools to do this. in the Mudlands. He might actually be very, very right. I was having a lot of trouble trying to figure out just what infantry I could bring that'll actually make a significant enough of an impact here.
Father, you can choose 2 heroic axe warriors and the armored spearmen.
I
That's
brought
the heavy light.
I brought 3 armored spearmen instead of the heroic axe warriors though.
Oh, Draconian hillmen. I don't use them at all. Cyclops, of course.
Of course, Cyclops.
Defender protector, yes, that's the perfect pick. Heavy infantry with a protector makes it even heavier. Yeah, I think it's perfect, but what I would have done is adding 2 heroic axe warriors instead of the 2 armored spearmen.
Why do you want the heroic axe warriors instead of the armored spearmen?
It's heavier. It breaks the front line faster,
Okay.
and it's tankier. That's what Sparta is all about. The light infantry flanking, and the heavy front line.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow, my army is so big right now.
Yeah, we're actually about even. I only brought like 21 more troops. Which I think, and I was reflecting on this with both Death and with my audience. I think you're right. As I was building my army, I'm sitting there going, man, there's going to be 4 heavy infantry options and 2 Corybantes that I'm facing against. And after I buy my 3 heavy infantry as Sparta, well, what do I have? So it's actually very interesting.
Indeed.
I've managed to bring 14 units. I think he's going to have about the same number. And on a 1-to-1 matchup, I just don't see. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I think I have 14. No, 13. Including heroes, so we're good.
Yep. Okay, here we
Nice.
go. So I'm moving up.
There are your precursor spears.
Where are my precursor spears? Oh, you mean my light spear runners?
Yeah, that and none of your units got precursors. Oh, interesting.
Oh, a Trojan warrior! I love these guys. They're adorable. They go to war in dresses and clubs. I really do like that unit. Okay, yeah, we do have the 4 Trojan defenders. There's the swordsman. Oh, he took out 2 swordsmen and put in 2 Hector's chosen. And there's only 1 Corybantes. No, 2 Corybantes. Man, this is going to be a tough nut to crack. Holy cow. Okay.
Well, looking at your army, I don't think that you have any skirmishing element.
Right. I mean, Sparta doesn't really have very good skirmishing choices. The best choice I have is a key in slingers, but you don't fall for
Foe
that.
has sighted your hidden units.
Really?
Okay,
Who
spear.
saw them? Man, they actually increased the range on spotting, didn't they?
These Trojan warriors are fighting with their pajamas.
Actually.
Oh, I forgot to put them on fire. Well, oh well.
Your warriors are losing heart.
You see what I did with my Trojan dudes?
No, what are you talking about?
I will see.
I still don't see it. I mean, you're leaving my audience in suspense. What did you do?
I made you chase me by your dudes, you know?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't actually have anybody else from Iconian Swordsman to attack. So that's... It was either the Trojan Warriors or lose against somebody else.
Oh, did you Divine Challenge? Oh fuck, I didn't see it.
Looks like the front line is crumbling.
Yeah, I don't think I got this one, but, you know, I can keep trying.
This is what I hate about Corybantes. When they charge, they're a mess. They go behind the line. So if you see the Corybantes, they charge from the front and they're fighting from the back.
Oh, interesting. Hadn't thought of it like that.
Okay, this one also broken. How come my unit is winning?
I don't know. I'm looking at that too, and I'm thinking the same thing. You know, the defender is, you know, kind of a hit or miss for me, I think. No, that's gonna be it. I'm pretty sure I just don't have the oomph I need at this point.
Yep, you lost.
All right, one last Hail Mary boulder here for the walls. Oh, it's gonna bounce off that tree, isn't it? Oh, come on, Cyclops. Aw, he routed before he could throw it. You gotta at least do one for the memes. Come on.
Still think the same about the Hector?
I'm very surprised. I honestly, every time I'm playing in multiplayer battles and my opponent picks Hector, I usually just go, "Oh, sweet, so I've won." This is a big surprise. This is definitely a counter pick for Sparta. Hector is absolutely a counter pick for Sparta.
Yeah,
But,
especially on like this map. I mean,
here we
you
go,
can maybe
here we go.
do something with chariots, but I also have chariots.
Hail Mary, come on, Cyclops, give me a good one. And tree! That's what I was waiting for. My sweet, beautiful, mono-eyed lad. Get in there. Get in there. Fight some Chosen. Good lad.
Yep.
Cyclops against the wall.
And generally speaking, I got a lot of meat left, you know?
Yeah. Somehow my guys are still, you know, regrouping, but okay.
It's okay, I
There
activated
it
the
is. There they
so
go.
now-
There they go. They finally figured out they lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Man.
Hector Chosen's did work of the god. Trojan defenders holded.
Well, okay, you don't need to convince me about Hector's Chosen. I love Hector's Chosen. I think they win battles when I play as Hector. They win battles. And, like, look at this. 148 kills, 262 kills. That's what I'm talking about. People dismiss Hector's Chosen as they're just too expensive. But, man, you can get value out of them, even against a good opponent who knows what he's doing.
You have to protect them. And yet again, you know, you didn't have... I mean, you should just try to kill my hero with your two heroes. I was running away, but you managed to catch me somehow. But I believe that because you were pulling through my units, you took some damage, and that's why in the Divine Challenge you didn't do that good.
I just don't like the defender. I think the fighter is a much better duelist, personally. And you brought a fighter. And it wasn't the fighter Vanquisher, it was the fighter Ravager, but I still think the fighter is the better hero of the two. And honestly, at the end of the day, the Defender Protector is a defensive-focused hero, right? Even though he has Divine Challenge, he's cheaper than the fighter hero. I still think that a fighter Ravager should beat a Defender Protector in a Divine Challenge.
Yeah, probably, but I also think that all defenders are bad hero types. I disagree with you on that, because what can he bring to the army? Like, let's analyze them. Protector, plus 20 armor, minus 50 speed. I mean, okay, but not that, you know, groundbreaking.
Actually,
Plus 24
we
armor.
agree.
I mean, that is a decent ability, but you only have one decent ability, nothing to support you in the fight directly, so...
Well, honestly, we're agreeing here because I was just saying that I don't like the defender as a hero. I like the fighter more, especially as a duelist. The fighter vanquisher is a much more efficient duelist. I thought about briefly. I thought about bringing Menelaus to handle your hero, and then I stepped it down to the fighter vanquisher, and then I stepped it down again to the defender protector to see what all the rage was about. And as it turned out, the defender protector gave me a perfect build, a perfect spend. So I definitely stuck with it in the end.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to go, either for heroes that can buff you, or either for heroes that can kill other heroes. So
I agree with
of
that.
course, Archer Skirmisher which can do everything. So
Well,
that's my line.
in particular, kill infantry. And I think that was when I was reflecting on and commentating on battles, especially battles against you. When people brought their Archer Skirmisher heroes, I was disagreeing with their target priority. I saw those Archer Skirmisher heroes targeting chariots more than elite heavy infantry. If they had been targeting down your Hector's Chosen or your Corybantes or your Trojan Defenders with the Archer heroes, I think those battles could have gone another way. Anyway, we have another person join the chat now. This is Eruner. Known for bringing experimental builds even into tournaments. Hello, Eruner.
Hello, YouTube.
But yeah, we were just discussing about the impact. Ultimately, we were talking about the impact Corybantes had on this tournament, and we're talking about whether or not we feel like they need some kind of a nerf.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. But as for just to reply on your latest remark on the Archer Skirmisher, yeah, I just want to say it's like you need the two for a tango. You need the two for a dance, because I'm also doing my best to help. To put them in the back, so I don't allow you to hit me, especially if you're on the fire at will, or try to hide them in the forest or something like that. So. I also try to do whatever I can. Also, at least not to present you with that. When you shoot from the sides and you can kill like 5 models per shot, at least to make it like limited to 1 or 2 models per shot. So stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
How do you want to play Hector without Corybantes? And not lose?
Yeah, without Corybantes, I think Hector is at least tier worse.
Well, the way, you pose the challenge, just, theory crafting here, the way I would do Hector without Corybantes would be Minotaur, Hector's Chosen.
Without 400 rule. Or 4,500 rule.
Okay, now we are looking at small army.
Yeah, it is going to be a very small army, but this would be the same thing you would do, wouldn't it, Hazard?
Okay, let me. Okay, pick the build, and I will tell you what is the weakness and what is the strength.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's go with what worked for him. We'll grab the Fighter Ravager, and then let's see here. We're already done with our heavy infantry. Medium infantry can do more. You swear by these 3, so sure, why not?
No, you cannot. You can only pick 2. If you pick 3, you're over the limit.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep. Because that's 3,100, and that would be
I tried that when I was army building. Didn't like it.
Now then, what else? I got 1,500 funds remaining, and the funny thing is my instinct is to go, Corybantes, but actually, heavy chariot will fill in that slot. 380 funds remaining. That's perfect. I'll grab Trojan Warrior. How's that?
It's a good build. You will definitely win against hero fights, so you're safe on that. You can support your army a bit with Discourage and with that ability from the Ravager. That is good. But you don't have something to stop enemy chariots. So if they go YOLO on you, if they go with like 2 chariots or some highly mobile build, you are screwed. Also.
Well, okay, to counterpoint to that, I do have 4 heavy infantry units. I have a chariot of my own, and I have a Minotaur. Minotaur can pull double duty and fight chariots and heroes.
Would you like to try that build against my Dardania build?
Sure! Let's try it.
Alright. How do I change teams? Okay. Done.
Okay. But for YouTube, you're going to have to check out my channel later. Maybe I'll share that replay. I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. I'd like to thank Death, Eruner, and Hazard for participating in this nice little, post-tournament thoughts. But if you want to see this Dardania versus Hector, which is going to be a big challenge for me. I really don't like facing Dardania as Hector. So we'll see how this goes. Anyway, ta-ta. I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next video.